Hi everyone, I'm Frida and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this mushroom fairy Cloisonne enamel pendant. But first, I would like to say thank you to my patrons for the support. You guys are awesome. I started of course with drawing my design, and after that I cut out the shape of the pendant. I domed it using my doming block and a hammer to prevent warping, and I think just aesthetically the pendant is more pleasing if it's domed. The next step was applying counter enamel, and I've chosen black. I sifted it, fired it, and I applied another coat. I pickled it and I applied the clear fuse on the front. I fired it with my torch. As you can see, I'm working with copper here, but I really wanted the brightness from the silver, so I decided to cover the surface with silver foil. I made the foil myself, and I just posted a Patreon video how I made the silver foil and how I applied it on the surface, so if you're interested, please check it out. I applied another layer of clear fuse and fired it. I was ready to fold my wires. These wires are flat and they stand on their edges as I put them on the surface of the pendant. These wires are made from round wires and I roll them in my rolling mill. I fold them with tweezers and pliers to follow my design. It's a long process, so I sped up the footage here. While you watch me doing this, I wanna tell you about something exciting. I'm planning to do a giveaway on my Patreon before the holidays. I'm going to give away one of my jewelry pieces I made here on YouTube. Only paying members can participate. If you're interested, I'm going to put the link in the description. Folding these Cloisonne wires can be a little bit frustrating. This part of the process is the hardest for me. I decided to put the wires directly on the pendant, and I'm using glue. You can also fold your wires first, put them on a tape, and place them on the pendant later. The glue helps to hold the wires in place until the next firing. When we fire it, the wire is going to get stuck in the melted base coat, so they're not gonna move anymore when we apply the colors. When all the wires were done, I fired it. Until this point I was using my torch, but here I switched to my kiln. You don't have to do this, you can use your kiln all the way. You can use your torch also all the way, but the kiln is a better option if you have one. Using the torch is always a little bit more stressful because I have to be really careful not to melt the silver. After I fired it, I started to apply the colors. Enamel is basically tiny grains of glass. When I was studying this technique in art school, we grinded our own enamels in a mortar. It was quite a bit of a work, so I'm really happy that nowadays I can buy pre-ground enamel. This part of the process is really enjoyable to me. I really like to play with the colors. I apply these enamels wet using a paintbrush and a little scraper to get the enamels in between these little cells. Mushrooms are often associated with spiritual growth, enlightenment, and rebirth. The mushroom's life cycle, with its ability to emerge from darkness and decay, represents the cyclical nature of life, death, and transformation. I'm almost done with the first layer of colors here, and it's very important to let the enamel completely dry before we fire it. I fired it in my kiln on 1400 Fahrenheit for 2 minutes. Enamel shrinks during firing, so I applied 2 more layers of colors. The last layer I applied off camera. After firing the last layer, I noticed that there was a low point on the hat, so I applied a little bit of red on that spot and fired it again. I did that off camera. I would like to share an interesting fact here. This piece took 11 firing until it was done. After finishing with all the layers of colors, only one step left of this process, and that was the grinding. I expose the wires and make the surface smooth. Enamel loses its shine during this process, so I had to fire it again to get the shine back. I put it in a setting and it was done. This is how it turned out, and I'm really happy with the colors. If you like this video and this pendant, please like, share and subscribe, And please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is going to be in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye!